preview. But Sky Sports, the initial report, is it still up here? So it's very different, isn't it? Because again, like I said, wording's everything. Arsenal in talks with Bayern Leverkusen. Their man said we are in talks. So that means there's active communication with our German counterparts and obviously Arsenal in it. Now, going back to that article there, the two clubs are yet to begin talks. So who's telling the truth? And the German club do not want to sell the 23-year-old who joined the club from Liverpool in the summer of 2025. At the time of transfer, Liverpool said the deal is worth £30 million and included a buyback option for the defender for €70 million, in brackets £59 million. The deadline for that option to have been activated has now passed. The England international made 3 appearances and got a red card at the 2026 World Cup, can play centre-back and right-back. Quansah is open to the move if it develops. As reported by The Athletic, Arsenal have been in the market for a defender this summer following an injury to William Saliba. They've also shown interest in fellow England defender Konsa, though there's a significant gap between Arsenal and Aston Villa's valuation of the 28-year-old defender. Quansah is a product of Liverpool's academy and enjoyed a breakthrough 2023-24. However, he played a more restrictive role in his final season at the club, Liverpool's title-winning campaign of 2024-25. So, 23, versatile, might not break the bank. I am forcing it with this, but champions mentality has obviously been part of a team that's won the Prem, cheaper than Konsa. It might make sense, innit? It might make sense. 50 likes, let's get to 100 now. So he played 58 times for Liverpool, which is no easy feat, people. So yeah, we were linked with Romero. Let's leave that alone. I would rather Konsa. Quansah. I'd rather Quansah. I would rather Quansah. I think 23 years of age. Seems, based on reports that we're going to go over, / ones we've missed, he's a bit cheaper. Aston Villa are playing hardball, rightly so. I think he's more of a natural fit at right back, and naturally they both can play centre back. I think Konsa is a better centre half at this moment in time, but I just think that one day makes a bit more sense, if I'm brutally honest. And there's more of a way of, like, he can more get first team football when Saliba's fit than Konsa, because as much as I think you can play right back, that's is sly a myth, isn't it? We'll get back to the Konsa business, but Arsenal informed that Gabriel Martinelli has no interest in Gala move. Arsenal have been informed by Gabriel Martinelli's camp that the winger has no interest in joining Gala. Arsenal had received a €45 million offer from Galatasaray for Martinelli. The Brazil international's Arsenal contract runs until 2027, with the club having the option to extend through to 2028. Arsenal are open to trading Martinelli if an attractive offer arrives, but he's not pushing to leave the club. Mikel Arteta's side have signed Zolis from Club Brugge this summer. We also tried to get Vinny. He signed a new long-term deal. We know Trossard's departed. We also know Norgard's departed. We would all love a refresh on that left-hand side. Beyond Zolis, big him up. What's going on? You lot in a rush to sell Martinelli to sign who? We're linked with Pedro. No, I'm not on the Neto thing. And I said before, I'm not sanctioning, not that I've got to say. There's no point sanctioning Martinelli leaving until it's 1 million billion percent confirmed, apologies, that you've got another left winger or whatever I think about Nelly. You're literally weaker in terms of numbers, people. Arsenal back in talks for Aston Villa defender Konsa, as reported on TalkSport last week. This was said yesterday by Ben Jacobs. Will require a significantly higher offer than Arsenal's initial proposal, which was around 30 million. It was dismissed out of hand at the time. Villa prefer to keep, and it's expected to take a 60 million plus bid to change that, people. So what are we making of that? Arsenal are in talks with Leverkusen over Joel Konsa. The asking price for the player is expected to be at least 50 million euros, so 43 million. If you were to offer 43 million for Konsa, he's got 2 years left on his deal with Aston Villa, they're going to say no. So if I could take these words for gospel, and this is 1 million billion percent facts, it makes more sense for me to go and get my man in it. And he's younger. So there's obviously that. I think we've gone over a lot of these talking points. I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anything. I think Hand of Arsenal spoke about this. Another one, if it's not him, Romano or Ornstein, I ain't really trying to hear it. Oh, wow, that's interesting. And again, the club know Konsa is apparently the preferred Arsenal and Arteta target. So fair enough. This issue is Villa are firm in their valuation of 60 mil, and they are not bluffing as of today. As for the player, he's very open to the move to Arsenal, but so far has not agitated for a move. Konsa has spoken to a couple of Arsenal lads about the paper talk and life at Arsenal. Naturally, in the meantime, Arsenal have spoken, I think, to Konsa directly. Player is very open to Arsenal. No club to club yet. Fee will be key. So again, Hand of Arsenal, Ornstein have said no talk. Sky Sports said there were talks. So away from the hysteria, things can develop very quickly over time, but it ain't really nothing in it. As of very recently, Arsenal really tried for Romero. The player was very open to the move, but ultimately Tottenham outright refused to let their captain make the switch. So this might say that we just want another centre half. Obviously, it's a bonus that, ironically, Romero can play right back and Konsa will play right back. Maybe right back along with a striker is what we'll do next year, like for the 2027-28. I will take Quansah, Bing Konsa. I'd prefer Konsa because if we need cover for Saliba till he's back, then I'd rather it be better to have someone experienced. Fair. Back-to-back champions. I hope we do this thing, man. Martinelli is too comfortable. Sign a left wing and don't give him any minutes if he refuses to leave. We'd have to give him minutes, not because of needing to give minutes sake, but he's a tool in a toolbox, man. Like, we can't cut our nose off to spite our faces. Those watching, have you hit the like button? Are you subscribed? For the Champions League, we need a better attack. Players need to improve, and Victor Osimhen will be a great addition, my preferred striker in the summer of 2024-25. Surely one of Gyökeres, Kai Havertz, or Mikel Merino have purposely left out Gabriel Jesus. Surely somebody needs to leave for a space to open up front, because Osimhen ain't like Alvarez where he's going to play out wide. Obviously, Merino and Kai, you'd probably expect them to have midfield shifts. They both played in the 10 and the left 8, but they're probably expected to be strikers. Surely there's got to be some movement there. And if I'm honest with myself, it's not that I don't want another striker, but I just feel we have, like, you break our team down into units. We're adding to already a strong area in terms of bodies where the striker position would be concerned. Bruno G, where midfield would be concerned. Obviously, Saliba's been injured, but Saliba, where a defender where Saliba's concerned, there's still that hole on the left-hand side in which love Eze, think he could do it. We all know Eze on the left-hand side can't be the thing on a consistent basis. Zolis, we like him. The jury's still out, and we need to allow him a bit. He's just come to the club. Martinelli, we know what we're getting with Martinelli in it, so that's my 2 pence there, innit? Matt Law, I think of The Independent or something, said Victor Osimhen's name has been raised between Arsenal and Galatasaray amid discussions regarding the Turkish club's interest in Gabriel Martinelli and Ethan Nwaneri, and wide-ranging talks with Andrea Berta. Whatever wide-ranging talks mean, what does it mean to you lot, people? Those discussions are believed to have included the possible scenario of Osimhen moving to Arsenal, although it's unclear that if that was raised by Berta or whether the player was essentially offered to the club. Arsenal hold a long-standing interest in Osimhen, but he has been below Julian Alvarez in the club's list of striker targets. Atletico Madrid's 100 million plus valuation of Alvarez has so far proved to be prohibitive to Arsenal, and the consideration is understood to have been given to switching targets. Fair play. Give me a second, people. We'll get right back on this. Yeah, so let's get back to this. Sammy Moltbell said Arsenal invite offers for Martinelli and Nwaneri. Now, obviously, we've seen the Martinelli one develop, would be the right word. Martinelli and Nwaneri among the players the Gunners are understood to be inviting offers for. That means you're just looking at Nwaneri on a money thing. Like, yo, we know we can make it here, but it's a money thing because they both are going to raise decent fees in comparison to Nelson, Jesus, and I'm missing someone else out, Fabio Vieira, but that just tells me Nwaneri, you're a cash cow, 100% profit, pathways blocked. Max can kind of be the star boy. I'm not saying I agree with this, but that's how I'm looking. Martinelli, I can't see you leaving without a left winger, but I'm just an armchair expert. I don't know people. So I'm not going to keep reading the same things. But there's two interesting things here in that Martinelli had tentative interest from PSG in recent weeks, but the French side have moved on. And Victor Osimhen is also understood to have been discussed indirectly, people. And this is also said AC Milan, Fulham, Leipzig, Dortmund are among the clubs keen on signing him. If he does leave, Dortmund would be good. Leipzig would be good. Fulham would be good to get minutes. AC Milan's a massive club. You go there, I need a fat sell-on clause. I need a buyback clause. Simple as that. And we've made 45 million so far in terms of sales. Interesting. Fabio Vieira can also leave, while Zubamendi is also attracting interest from Spain, apparently. I'd love to see Bruno G start against City, if I'm honest. Once again, Arsenal in talks with Leverkusen over a possible deal for Konsa. It is for Leverkusen, apologies, do not want to sell the player, while it is likely Arsenal would need to pay considerably more than the 30 million Leverkusen paid last summer. Pardon me. And again, I don't need to read this, but the statistics without Saliba are not pretty reading. Pardon me. James Ollie said Arsenal are looking to upgrade the left side of their attack. Bradley Bacola and Chelsea's Pedro Neto are under consideration after Vinny signed a new contract. Well, if you can't get Bacola, forget it. Listen, if we sign Pedro Neto and it works left wing, Arteta, you're the gaffer. You've pulled a master stroke, but we've tried that. If you can't get Bacola, bin it, bro, or some other name, bin it. Like, I'm not saying I don't want a left winger, just fuck it off now, man. We've already got uncertainty in our ranks. Why add more dons like this? So yeah, people. What do you not make of Zubi interest? Arsenal are currently in talks with West Ham over selling Nelson in a deal worth £3 million, people. I mean, we need to get him off the wage bill. He's been here since Wenger. 3 million's a joke. There's some other clubs that I feel they could have the same situation with Reece Nelson. Somehow they'll sell him for 20 mil. But it is what it is. Sell on clause, let's just keep it moving. James Pearson said Liverpool are not prepared to meet PSG's current asking price of around 145 million for Bradley Bacola and could end up focusing on other targets if the valuation is not reduced, people. What the hell is this? I don't care about you lot's think pieces about who we could sign. I don't know why yesterday, people, I was up late night just looking at pictures of the Pacific Ocean. I do random stuff. Liverpool set to wait until the final days of the window to sign Bradley Bacola. Allegedly, people, Liverpool to move in the final 10 days. And obviously, Mika Götze and Ferran Torres seem to be PSG players, or more or less. So maybe the stance from PSG is going to change, people. There's going to be many twists and turns. Whether it includes us or not is another thing. Arsenal showing an interest in Leverkusen defender Quansah. Liverpool's 70 million euros buyback option has expired. Konsa remains an option, but Aston Villa's 60-plus valuation is still an issue. Arsenal also appreciate Como's Jacobo Ramon, in which your first choice over there at Como. You're still earning your chops, so the move will come. You're about to play Champions League or European football. I'm not saying you wouldn't think twice about signing for Arsenal, but when I remove my Arsenal stuff, Ramon doesn't make sense. Because you know once Saliba's fit, for me, I'm laughing. For Arteta, we're laughing. We know what we do in defence, but I don't think it makes sense for you people personally. Big up hand of Arsenal. We've gone over that. We've gone over the Ethan Wanyeri thing. Let's see what these lot are saying here, people. Chelsea have entered the race for Manu Kone. He was linked with Arsenal and Man United. It's fair to say we're not going to be in the race for Kone now. Martinelli's turned down the Gala offer, as we discussed, people. Arsenal may sell Zubamendi. Don't make no sense to me. We want at least 77 million for this. Apparently, Arsenal revived their interest in Juventus star Kenan Yildiz. Yeah, right. As Mikel Arteta continues searching for another elite attacker. We know we've got Zolis. We know Vinicius didn't work. According to Tutto Juve, Juventus consider Yildiz untouchable and want to build their future around the 21-year-old. That leaves Arsenal facing a major battle, with previous reports suggesting the Turkey international could command more than 86 million, even though a huge offer may not convince Juventus to sell. So the Vinny thing didn't bang. Rodgers didn't bang. The Athletics have said in June that we tried for Yildiz. That didn't bang. I appreciate the effort, but it's a results business, because the past 3 years, we tried to win the league. End of the day, we didn't. Last year, we tried to win the league. We did do it. So you get where I'm going, in it. For what it's worth, Yildiz would be great. There's also some rumors where Kylian Yildiz is concerned, people, that he needs to have surgery. Obviously, I don't know on the credibility of that. Nico Williams, Arsenal are being linked with Nico Williams once again with the Athletic Club winger having remained on the Gunners' radar for several years. Williams would offer Arsenal something different in attack with his pace and direct running, providing a greater threat in 1v1 situations. However, the financials remain a major obstacle. Williams is tied down until 2035 after signing a new 10-year contract last summer, with his release clause believed to be just under 80 million. Williams played an important role for Spain during their World Cup triumph, setting up Ferran Torres' winner in the final. Napoli have been made aware of the conditions required to sign Gabriel Jesus, with talks already taking place between the two clubs. It's understood that Arsenal would be seeking around 20 million euros to let go of the injury-hit striker. The Naples club are interested in the Brazilian, but the deal currently depends on them making further exits after the departure of Lukaku. Now, big up yourself, Andrea Berto. But I've told you, lot, we've been poor, but I never told you, lot. Last few years, you look at the first half of our lives at the Emirates era, we was under austerity. We was better at selling, buying low, selling high. We've been shit at that in the second half. I do think when you look beyond the obvious of what, Edu could or couldn't do, and Berta being an upgrade, and, the new contracts were signed, you showed an ability to pivot towards Gyökeres when the Sesko thing didn't happen. Obviously, you tried to get Housen and Gerhi. That didn't bang. You got Mascara. I did think in the last 2 years, and I said to you lot in the build-up to the summer, this summer, when you get beyond the fact that we want a left winger, we want a centre mid, we want a defender, we ended our trophy drought, the way Josh Kroenke was speaking, the way Arteta is speaking, the way we feel about our club directly and what's going on elsewhere, there is an emphasis to get some money in or clear ranks and look after the wage structure. I'm not a transfer man. I'm not a sporting director. And I know some of these boys are hard sells, but it's the 14th of August. And it seems like things are developing. Jesus is still here. Martinelli turning things down. Fabio Vieira is somehow still here. Failed pursuits of the key targets. These are facts. Bruno, pick it up and whatnot. And there's still a while to go. It's not done till September the 1st, but this is where I'm at, people. Apparently, Man United's offer for Arsenal target Louis Page has been rejected. Arteta wants Ranieri. I want him to be at the... We've gone over that already, to be fair. There's still tickets available as well, people, and for the Community Shield. Apparently, these are the 4 men that have been linked with Arsenal. Is there anyone you would have over the other? Quansah of Leverkusen, Konsa of Aston Villa, Conde of Barcelona. Does everyone's name got to kind of sound like that? Or Mark Pibil of Atletico Madrid? I like Pibil. And yeah, we've been linked with Osimhen.